This is a review for the Kobo Vox eReader. It has a 7-inch display and tablet-like capabilities. Unlike the other original e-readers with the ink display, this is a backlit LCD, so it does use a lot more power, but it also displays in full color as well. Let's turn it on to see. And that tells you that your Kobo is turning on. So as you can see, it already displays a book that I have open. So if you just slide your finger along here, it unlocks the screen. I find that the startup screen is a little bit slow. So the Kobo Vox is geared towards a reading platform, but it does contain the Android system. So you can actually add any apps from the Android system onto your Kobo by either using the Android app that it comes with, or just by transferring them from your computer onto your Kobo. So there are several home screens when you first turn on your Kobo, and if you just swipe, they reveal themselves. And you can always edit these home screens as well. So just to give you a preview of what a book will look like, I'll just tap on that book. Again, the load time isn't that fast. So here we are. It opens up to a page that you leave off on. You can see comments that other people have written on this particular book. You can also, if you pull down here, you can also look at the table of contents. And scroll through them all. You can also go back and take a quick peek on a little more information about the book. You can also take little annotations by highlighting text, and it saves those annotations for whatever you want. You can also go back to your library with this button here. And there you'll see all of the books that I have in my shelf currently. Also with the Kobo Vox, you can zoom in on images. So we'll just take a look in this cooking book. So you can double tap to zoom in, or you can pinch and it zooms in as well. Or if you pinch in, it zooms back to the way it was. The meter at the bottom here shows your progress into the book as well, so you kind of always have a feel of where you are and how much further you have until you're done reading the book. We can go back to the library by hitting this back arrow here. And just to get a better idea of what an e-reader is capable of, we'll go back into a book here. So to turn a page, you can either swipe, or you can tap to the right to move forward, or you can tap to the left to move backwards. with the Kobo Vox, you can also change the size of the text, change the color background, and sometimes, depending on the file that you have, you can change the font itself. So if we just hit the middle button here, it'll bring up the settings for the book. So you can either make a post to Facebook, but we want to actually play with the fonts, so we'll just hit that button there. So here's the size meter. You can change the size of your fonts. So let's say I want this a little bit bigger because I can't really see the words. Tap off there and it resizes everything for you. You can also play with the brightness here. I have it on the lowest setting because I personally find it too bright. But if you need more light, let's say if you were in a dimly lit room, you can turn that up. There we go. Or we can turn it back down. As well, the display does take up about half of the battery power, so you just want to keep that in mind when you have your settings on there. So we can also change the background. So if we go back into the brightness, right now I have it on the classic reading theme. Click on that. We go to the night theme, hit done, changes to black. Also, another one that I like is the sepia version. It just makes it a little bit easier on the eyes. That's black. So it might be kind of hard to see in the video there, but it is kind of a brownish tinge to the entire screen. And one more thing we can do, we can change the font style. There's not that many, but it does give you a bit of flexibility. Do that, hit done, and it changes the font for you. And if we hit either the home or the back button there, it will put a bookmark in for us so that we can find our place the next time we open the book. And as well as being an e-reader, it does come equipped with a full functioning browser. So we'll just open that up. It automatically goes to the Kobo screen, but you can change that in your preferences. So let's do a quick Google search and see how that works. So a keyboard does pop up at the bottom here, and we'll just do a quick search for dogs. Hit go. And there you can see the Google results screen. And we'll just hit the little house there to go back to our main screen. The great thing about the Wi-Fi is that you can actually shop from your Kobo without needing a computer whatsoever. So if you just hit the Shop Kobo icon at the bottom there, it'll bring up. After you've been using this for a little while, they come up with recommendations based on what you've been reading, which is a nice benefit of using one of these. So we'll just exit out of that. And here you can see all of the different titles that we can choose from. And you can search specifically with the search bar, or you can just browse by hitting that little list icon. Let's go with top 50. And there you have the top 50 books. there are also thousands of free books to choose from as well. And you can also get to your library from the screen, and vice versa. All in all, I really like my Kobo Vox. I pretty much use it every day. I mean, it's not the fastest, but as an e-reader, I think it's a pretty good choice. So that's it, and thanks for watching.